Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make this really simple timer, and it tells you the time. You can see my seconds is ticking up, and if I do get to 60 it will add another minute and go back to 0. And it even has the option, so if you want to flick it off, it's going to say timer off, or you could even remove that and make it just turn off in plain. And yeah, so you have to make a new world, and let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you get into the game is you do /game rule command block output false, and you can also do /game rule send command feedback false, and this is just so it doesn't spam people. Then you want to do /give @s command underscore block, and that's pretty much going to give you a command block. And so you want to place that and make it repeat, always active. Do /scoreboard players add at a sec 0. Now you may be wondering why 0. This is pretty much so, like, let's say you have not been on for an hour, you want it to say 0 beside hour, but if you don't do this, it's pretty much going to say nothing beside it, which is kind of annoying. So this is a way to fix it. Now pretty much you do the same thing. You can copy it and make it minutes, or min in my case, hour. And you don't have to do this one. I like to, though. Day. And if you don't do this, you're going to have to change up the command you're going to copy and paste later. So for this one, you want to go seconds 1. And this time you actually want to make it 20 delay and ticks. And again, you want to have 1 second, not just 0. Now this is actually adding the second every second, because 20 ticks is 1 second, okay? Now you X out of this, and you can get rid of this now. This one is like the really long one that you're going to have to copy and paste. So pretty much if I take that in here, it has a ton of things, and we're not going to explain how this works in this video. Like, if you do want me to, eventually, you can just like say in comments you want me to, and I can. Now pretty much, this, you might want it to say this, you might want it to say something else, so like, I don't know, let's say you want it to say time, or timer. And now pretty much when you leave this command block, right on your screen, it's going to start saying, it's going to say timer, sec, min, hour, days. Now pretty much what we're going to do there, right now it doesn't show anything beside it, and that's we'll get into that after. It's just because we haven't made the scoreboard objects yet, and we will do that after this last part. So pretty much here you're going to want to go repeat, always active. And for this one, it's /execute as @a, and then you want to go scores equals, and this time we're going to do seconds, so once it hits 60, what we're doing right now is once the seconds or whatever hits the time they're supposed to be to change to minutes or hours or whatever, we're going to make it so it actually does that. So, /execute as @a scores equals, and you want to go the score name. So for this, right now, we're going to go sec equals 60. And this is pretty much making it so if someone has their seconds 60, it's going to run this command as them. And we're going to go @s run. And again, we're not going to get deep into this command, but we're going to go /scoreboard players add @s min 1. And if you take that, you can actually copy it and place it on top. And we want to go always active again. We're going to go /scoreboard players reset, and then sec, or reset @s sec. And that's resetting seconds back to 0. Now, if we pretty much take these two command blocks, we place it here. Now this time, we actually want to change this to hour 1. Come back here, and we can make it so if minute equals 60, it's going to run this. And then you do the same thing with up here. We're pretty much going to reset minute, or min, and then if that min equals 60. And finally, this is the one that's going to probably take, or yeah, maybe take the longest or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to go, or no, this is hour. We have to reset hour. And if hour equals 24, and then pretty much we go to the bottom one, add day. Pretty much if we go day equals 20, or no, not day, hour equals 24, and that should be done. So pretty much what we can do now is we can do slash, and this is to make it actually work, scoreboard, objectives, add, and this time, so we don't want to do seconds first because it might take you longer than a minute to do all this, and if the seconds goes above 60, it's not going to change over to 0. You'd have to do other commands. So we're going to add minutes dummy, we're going to add hour, we're going to add day, and then we're going to add seconds, and you can see it starts ticking up. Now, that's I mean, if that's all you want, that's great. But pretty much the last thing you can do is if, let's say, you want to turn off the timer. Now, I'm going to pretty much make like when you do turn it off, it's going to say that the timer's off. But if you don't want that, you don't have to do that. Like, if you don't want it to say the timer's off and you just want it to turn off, you can do that. So pretty much the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here and make it so seconds stops ticking, so make that need redstone. And you have to make it needs redstone. So now you can see it stops ticking. You also want to make this one needs redstone, just so that doesn't pop up when you have this off. Now, pretty much what we're going to do is have a lever, and if you want to, you can add a sign saying which direction is on and which direction is off. So, this would be off, and this would be on. Now, pretty much what you do is when it's off, I think, so as you can see, the lever's back there. So you place a block here, and you add some redstone. You're also gonna grab a redstone torch. So you can pretty much, if I want to place that here, we can get that over all of these command blocks. So these two are what you need to get the redstone over, just so those will power on when you turn on the switch. And then, when that's on, we don't want the other thing, like that's, for me, saying, and you don't have to add all this extra stuff, you could just stop right here, but I want to make it say that it's off, so what I'm going to do is pretty much place a redstone torch here that's on right now. We're going to make it have a command block, repeat, always active, and for this, not always active, sorry, repeat needs redstone, we want to do slash titleraw as, or no, not as, just, okay, so slash titleraw at a, and we want to go action bar. So that's like down, if I turn this to always active for a sec, that's where this shows up. That's the action bar. Now, pretty much we're going to say action bar, and then we're pretty much going to go in curly brackets, quotation marks, raw text, quotation mark, and we're going to want to do that. It's like a colon. And we want to go in box or square brackets and then more curly brackets, quotation mark, text, and then, quotation marks this, and then we want to actually put in our text. So for here, we're going to make like the color symbol a couple times just to make it look better. And then we're going to have timer off. And then quotation marks, and then we want to do curly bracket, or end of curly bracket, end of square bracket, end of curly bracket. Now, right now, that should turn on. Okay, it looks like that's not working. There. So now it says timer's off, or timer off, but if we flick it on, it starts continuing to tick. Let's say, so we want to stop it at 40. It says timer off. And then we turn it back on, and it stopped at 40. So, yeah, that would be the end of today's video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.